This stunning and disappointing news arrived today for a man who spent more than 40 years behind bars before he was released after review of the case. Nathan Myers has been denied compensation by the state attorney general's office. Myers was 18 years old when he and his uncle Clifford Williams both went to prison for murder. They were released in March 2019 after the state attorney's integrity review unit couldn't find the evidence to keep them in prison. Today, the attorney general found there was no evidence of Myers' innocence, and that receiving compensation requires more than simply a vacated conviction. And the statement from the Attorney General's office reads in part, a petitioner must prove by clear and convicting evidence, scientific or not, that he is factually innocent. That is, that he did not commit the crime for which he was convicted or any crime based on the same set of facts used in that conviction. A wrongfully convicted individual found innocent is entitled to compensation under law, but the Attorney General's office wrote in its letter that it cannot conclude that Mr. Myers is innocent.